Hello and welcome. This lecture is based on multiplication of two numbers, one below and other above the base, using the concept of multiples and submultiples. In this lecture, we are going to multiply two numbers, one below and other above the base. Now 198 and 204. These numbers are near to base 200, which can be written as 100 times 2. Main base is 100 and this is submultiple. Now 198 is 2 less than 200 and 204 is 4 more than 200. Now the technique is same. We can write first part of the number either by subtracting 2 from 204 or adding 4 to 198. It's better to subtract 2 from 204. It's easier. Now for the second part, negative 2 multiplied to 4 gives us negative 8. But this is 08. Because main base is 100, so second part has to be a 2-digit number. Before carry on to second part, here we will first multiply by submultiple and then carry over to second part. We will first multiply this first part by submultiple 2 and then we will carry on to second part. Now if we multiply this number by 2, we get 404 and now the second part is negative 08. For writing the answer, we will reduce this number by 1. Now for the second part, we will write complement of this number 08. For writing the complement of the number, we will be using the technique all from 9, last from 10. That is, we will subtract this 0 from 9, but this number last from 10. So if we subtract this 0 from 9, we get 9. And if we subtract this 8 from 10, we get 2. So 40392. This is the answer. And if we want to do mentally, this is 2 less than the base. This is 4 more than the base 200. We can write first part by adding 4 to 198 or subtracting 2 from 204. The first part becomes 202. For the second part, we will multiply these two. This will give us negative 8, but this has to be a 2-digit number because base is 100 and 2 is submultiple. Second part has to be 2-digit number. There is a submultiple 2, so we will multiply this number by 2 first, or we will double this number. For the second part, first of all we will reduce this 4 by one number. This becomes 403 and we will use Nicolum for this part. All from 9, last from 10. So 0 from 9 gives us 9 and 8 from 10 gives us 2. So this is the answer. Again, these numbers are not near to base 100 but near to base 300. Now 328 and 298. 328 is 28 more than the base 300 and 298 is 2 less than the base 300. And we can write this 300 as 100 times 3. Now for the first part, either we can subtract 2 from 328 or we can add 28 to 298. It's easier to subtract 2 from 328. So this part becomes 326. For the second part, 28 times negative 2 gives us negative 56. Now before proceeding to the second part, first of all we have to multiply first part by submultiple. Here the submultiple is 3, so we will multiply this part by 3. This gives us 18, 1 carry, 7 and 9. And this is negative 56. Because the second part is negative, so we have to reduce the first part by 1. Now we have to write the complement of this number using Nicolum technique. All from 9, last from 10. So 5 from 9 and 6 from 10. 5 subtracted from 9 gives us 4 and 6 subtracted from 10 gives us 4. So this is the answer. Let's do one more example. Both of these numbers are near to base 500. The first number is 1 more than 500. Second number is 25 less than 500. For writing the first part, we can either add 1 to 475 or subtract 25 from 501. It's faster to add 1 to 475. This gives us 476. And for writing the second part, we will multiply 1 and negative 25, which gives us negative 25. This time we are going to use 1000 divided by 2, because for 500 it's very easy to use 1000 divided by 2. This technique becomes more easier. And now the base is 1000, so second part has to be 3-digit number. So here we have to write 10 also along with this negative. Since we are using 1000 divided by 2, we will divide first part by 2, which gives us 238. Now second part is negative, so first of all we will reduce this number by 1. Now we will use Nicolum technique to find complement of this part. So 0 subtracted from 9 is 9, 2 subtracted from 9 is 7, and 5 subtracted from 10. All from 9, last from 10. That gives us 5. So this is the answer. While multiplying these kind of numbers, this fact is very important to know how many digits are there in the second part. Because if it is 1000 divided by 2, this has to be a 3-digit number. Now if it is 100 divided by 2, then it has to be a 2-digit number. And in case it is 10 divided by 2, then it has to be 1-digit number. So accordingly we have to write the number of digits for the second part. If we are multiplying two numbers, one above the base and second below the base, in that case we are going to get the second part negative. In case the second part is negative, we have to take care of two steps. First of all, we have to adjust the number of digits in the second part according to the main base. Secondly, we have to reduce first part by 1. By this technique, this has become very fast. If you are going to do directly, then this is going to take time because we are multiplying two 3-digit numbers. And now this is a small task for you. And answers are given to you. We will continue with more techniques of Vedic math in the next lecture. So till then, bye.